Ma'am, good afternoon, ma'am.
Jayashree ma'am, good afternoon, ma'am.
2 minutes, ma'am.
Jayashree ma'am, do you have to turn on my camera? If so, then I have to turn on now and make some adjustments. Can you see that?
Okay, ma'am.
I have to turn on my camera, right?
Yes. Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, இப்போ வீடியோ டர்ன் ஆன் பண்ண முடியுதா?
Yes, coming. Am I visible, ma'am? No. Jayashree ma'am?
Ma'am.
Am I visible, ma'am? Is it okay?
Yes, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
I will turn on when you start the session.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Participants will join.
Okay.
Good afternoon, students. So within 5 minutes, we will start the webinar. So kindly intimate your friends to join the webinar now. Dear students, so kindly intimate your friends to join the webinar now.
Shall I share my screen, ma'am?
Ma'am, 1 minute wait, ma'am.
Okay.
Shall we start? நாங்கள் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுவோம்மா.
Madam, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Happy to see you after a long time.
Thank you, thank you. Happy to see you also.
Yes, sir. Yes.
How are you, ma'am?
Fine, sir. How are you and your college?
Yeah, all are fine.
Yes,
Things are
yes.
moving in a good direction.
Okay.
We hope that our maximum participants in GMeet is 100, ma'am. So
Okay.
shall we wait for another 5 minutes for getting full?
Yeah, no problem. I can.
Okay. Thank you.
Sir, shall we start? Dear students, kindly intimate your friends to join the webinar. The webinar will be start within 5 minutes.
Good morning, dear students. If my voice is audible, kindly you can respond. Good morning, dear students.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon,
Yeah,
sir.
good afternoon. Sorry, good
Good afternoon,
afternoon.
sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah,
Good afternoon, sir.
yeah, thank you, Subha Parvati, Kalpana, Nasri. Very limited voices are receiving. Still, Muthukumari, Tangaselvi. Okay, very good afternoon. So this is the time. Actually, today we are celebrating the National Girl Child Day 2022. Today is the date of 24th of January is the day for you. It is a very good day for a girl child, and I am very happy to invite Professor Vedhapriyavadhana ma'am from the Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
So this is a very wonderful session which is made for our girl students. So utilize it in a proper direction. You can learn a lot of insight for you people. And I am hand over the session to the Jeyasrilakshmi ma'am. Ma'am, please proceed.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to all. I am happy to welcome you all for this webinar. I welcome our head of the institution and various faculties in this webinar. It's my pleasure to welcome our resource person, Dr.R.Vedhapriyavadhana ma'am, Assistant Professor, Senior Grade, VAT, Chennai. As well as I am honored to welcome the participants of various institutions. Welcome all. Really, I am very proud to introduce our resource person, Dr.R. Vedhapriyavadhana ma'am. She received PhD degree from the Department of Information and Communication Engineering, Anna University, Chennai. At present, she is working as Assistant Professor, Senior Grade in School of Computer Science and Engineering, at Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. She has 16 plus years of professional experience in both teaching and industry. She has authored and co-authored over 50 research articles in various journals and conferences in the area of image, video signal processing, wireless networking, Internet of Things, deep learning, and biomedical instrumentation. She also contributed for book chapter in IoT and artificial intelligence techniques, patient management, data-centric approach for medical center associated with publishers Taylor and Francis, Springer and Elsevier. She has served as a guest editor on several special issues in journals of tech science publications. She has served as chair, that is program, publicity, track on several conferences and workshops. Now I invite our beloved guest and resource person to deliver the address.
Okay, am I audible now? Sorry.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you, Jayashree ma'am, for your wonderful introduction about me. And it's time to start my session. I don't want to take much of your time. And thank you, Principal Sir of SCADCET, Cheranmahadevi. And I'm really happy to come here and give a presentation on this topic and on this special day, like Girls' Day, right? We are observing this day. So I will just give you some basic informations I will cover. I will just share my screen. 1 second. Just acknowledge me once you could see my screen.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
It's visible.
Visible, right? Okay, thank you so much. Shall I proceed, Jayashree ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you. So as she said, I'm Dr.R.Vedhapriyavadhana children, and I belong to Tirunelveli, and I'm now working for VIT Chennai. And today, in view of National Girl Child Day 2022, I'm here to give a webinar on this particular topic. Okay, so now coming to the topic, National Girl Child Day, right? So can anyone tell me when was it incepted, like the year of inception, if you could say? Because now you got to know that it is on 24th January. And now year of inception, any ideas? If not, I will just tell you. Since 2008, we are observing this National Girl Child Day, okay, especially for girl children, right? So it's awesome actually, right? We have got a day to like observe it specially in India. And not only National Girl Child Day, it's also a day we are observing for International Day of Education. So I'm really happy to tell you, like, we are going to observe two different, occasions. And this year theme for this International Day of Education is nothing but emphasizing the recovery of education to its usual form. Okay, it mainly stresses and redresses the importance of education for the large benefit of many generations, right? So actually, it comes in coincidence or what? The year of inception again comes from 3rd December 2018, right? So now, as government insisted us, actually we are observing this day, especially for girl children. So what is the purpose of observing this day actually? So we need to realize ourselves, and we need to, as we celebrate other days, like, Women's Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, we do remember those people. At least, we'll dedicate that day, especially kind of a celebration, right? Even how do we celebrate our birthdays, right? So every year birthdays come. So it is so special to all of us. In the same way, our government is insisting us to just to know the importance of a girl child. Okay, and to just remember it every year, they have allocated a day, right? So actually this time they have released 3 hashtags on 3 different topics. I will just tell you that too in a very fast way. The first hashtag is like Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. It means that elixir of inspirations of warriors of freedom struggle, or elixir of new ideas and pledges. So in this theme, in all over the country in India, they are, celebrating and conducting events related to it. Okay, and the next hashtag is Ladkiyan Jahan Kushiyan Wahan. So it means that girls where there is happiness, right? So always wherever a girl is there, there is happiness, right? So next hashtag is, this is the third hashtag which I would like to tell, which is Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. Save the girl child, educate the girl child. So that's a hashtag they have released this time, right? So all the organizations are really in verge to conduct events based on these, themes, right? So what does this day signify actually? Every year on 24th of January, we Indians celebrate this National Girl Child Day, and to spread the awareness towards inequalities faced by the girl children in Indian society, basically. Because country like India are facing like a gender, that inequality, I can say. So that is very, very, we are lacking behind actually. So in such case, they are, about rights, about education policies, about nutrition, about health. Even when you go to village, many people, many women from village, they do not know about their rights. Even educated children, they do not know about their rights, right? The education policies, the nutrition stuff, what we need actually, and related to health and all. So it is basically initiated by the Ministry of Women and Child Development, because only if it is initiated, they are supposed to conduct some events pertaining to this particular topic, right? And only then we will get to know, okay, what is the importance of observing this day in every year in India. So when we empower a woman, we empower a nation, right? So yes, that is true. Women should be empowered, right? So what are the inequalities faced by girl children? Because we talk about many things, right, every day, the inequalities that we face, right? So still now it is there. I don't even completely agree with there are no inequalities. There are inequalities. So with the prevalence of gender discrimination and social norms and practices, the girls become exposed to the possibility of child marriage, teenage pregnancy, child domestic work, poor education and health, sexual abuse, exploitation, and violence. So everything it, right? Already it is, the media is open to you, the mobile is in your hand. So any news that happen all around the world, you will get to know it, especially in India, right? So many of these manifestations will not change unless the girls are valued more. So it is very, very important that every girl in the family should be valued more, right? So even the others may not give you that importance, but you have that responsibility to stress on it, right? The importance of being a woman, being a girl, being a, being a girl and women, we need to stress the importance of ourselves. Okay, so we need to post about ourselves, right? So especially when it comes to child domestic work, I would like to give up a small story about it. Wherever we go, we travel, because whenever I travel, I got to see that many girl child, I should say her as a child because it is below 18, around 15 or 16 or 17, once she completes 8th standard or 10th standard or even 5th standard, from some villages, they drop their studies in the middle, and they ask them to go and join for a work in some industries, some like a clothing industry, some tailoring stuffs, or even some works like construction works and all, we could see. Because they used to say, because women will look like once she attains a puberty, like 14, 15, 16 and all, she'll become a kind of, a girl will become in the sense she's grown up now. So now they ask them to even take care of a child as a child caretaker. They've been actually they are sending them to other countries too, right? Okay, so that is still there. There is still there, and we could not even, curtail it. But everyone in every family, some girls would come from a village sometimes, no? So you have that responsibility to, whenever you see a person, whenever you see a girl child working in some family, you should insist that you should study, okay? You should speak to that girl, that everyone have that responsibility to convince that girl that you should study, and only then you can stand up on your own leg. Okay, you will know the do's and don'ts that you have to carry on, and otherwise even the rights that you basically have to fight in the society, right? So basically we physically we feel like we are weak, right? So we feel, but otherwise, otherwise I can say even there we we are rocking, right, in sports and everywhere, but still the percentage doesn't reach much, right? So inequality is faced by girl children. Education is not equally attained by Indian women. I'm talking about Indian women. Although literacy rates are increasing, the female literacy rate lags behind the male literacy rate. So that is a sad news actually, because for females, when we talk about it, is 65.46% when compared to males, which is 82.14%. But when it comes to this population, the female, actually, I think 48% of female are there in India and 51% of male. No, that's not much difference, right? So only 50-50 are there, like male and female comparatively. So, but when you see the literacy rate, it is like very, very low. Like this is 65, this is 82. So we need to, at least when compared to the population, we need to just, compete in the literacy also, right? So it is very, very important that we need to educate all the girl children. And discrimination against women has contributed to gender wage differentials, with Indian women on average earning 64% of what their male counterparts earn for the same occupation. So it's really, worrying factor. Always, even in some institutions, some industries, the male are given, more responsibility, and they feel like, okay, male anytime, anywhere, anytime, if they call us, they will come and attend. But it's not so, right? Men and women take equal responsibility at homes nowadays, so we need to emphasize then and there that we are nowhere low when compared to men. And to overcome these inequalities, the Indian government have come up with some schemes that will empower women. I will talk about the schemes later, because that would be somewhat boring, but at least I will be putting up all things, I will just share this slide also later to have a view, right? So before which I would like to emphasize on this particular topic, which is POCSO Act. Hope everyone knew about it. If not, just go and see it. Okay, it is nothing but the protection of children from sexual offenses. So it is an act which came into force with effect from 14th November 2012. Some rules frame under there. So actually, I have put very, very few rules under it. Okay, you can see that, especially when you read it, the POCSO Act are to provide for the protection of children from the offenses of sexual assault. So when we talk about children, it is about both male and female. Okay, it is about both male and female, because under 18 is going to be any sexual assault, it's a child. Anyway, it's a child. So and also sexual harassment and pornography. You have to safeguard the interest of a child at every stage of the judicial process by incorporating child-friendly mechanism for reporting, recording of evidence, investigation, and speedy trial of offense through designated special courts. So there is no worries at all. All women, the women employee, I'm talking for all women employee too, and the girl children. And anyway, if we, and under 18, both male and female, anybody should know this act, POCSO Act. Okay, so especially I can say in an environment where you deal with the boys and you get molested by somebody, or you get abused by somebody through words, even through messages in WhatsApp, and somebody says, okay, you are something we feel which is uncomfortable at any point of time, it can be taken to the next level of action. Okay, so based on the harassment done to you, the POCSO Act is actually helping us in all ways. When you read the amendments, you will get to know it. When you just type POCSO Act 2012, and you will get to know. So there is a story behind it, how it came and all. You can read it later. But So the state governments, the child welfare committee, the police and special courts, all other government functionaries, as well as non-government organizations, and all professionals and experts assisting the child at the trial and pre-trial stages are bound to abide by these principles. So these principles mainly involve right to life and survival, because live and survive, to be shielded from any form of hardship. Because why girl child? Because they are physically weak. That's the only reason. And also, any abuse that happens to only female, right? Because any male never take it up. They never take it up. It's not like I'm abusing male here, because male faculty members are also here. But this, since I need to emphasize on this particular topic, I'm stressing on this. Okay, like physical, psychological, mental, and emotional abuse, and should get a chance for harmonious development. So I'm just reading this: right to special preventive measures. Children may face a risk of repeated victimization sometimes, because once you grow up, like when you attain the age of 18, you will just speak up things. Because even I have seen some children in my career who never even open up things actually, because of some some kind of kind of worrying factor that they have, like some kind of shyness they have. They don't want to reveal everything before everybody, because they feel like, okay, once it is revealed, then everyone will start approaching. So all these kind of insecureness, these girl children usually have it, right? So we should not have it actually. Sometimes you feel like, okay, I am speaking to a boy, and somebody has seen it, and it's really a crime. So some other person, third person, is actually blackmailing me. When I was speaking to a boy, he took a photograph or something like that, and he is actually threatening me by sending me messages. So that is also, you should face it actually, because you should open up. You should open up all the time. You have the rights to open up. Never ever have a guilt feeling in your mind, because no one is perfect in this world, right? So some circumstances we would have crossed across, but still you have to speak up for yourself. Otherwise, people will still, cook up something upon you, and they will sit on your head. Okay, don't ever leave that space to them. Okay, so always a preventive measure could be used to protect the children by demanding references or checking the background before hiring personnel. So this is something like for protection, children protection. So the teacher should be the great protector in the institution, and the parent should be the protector at home. Okay, other than teacher and parent, you cannot rely on anybody. And you can also take it to if the teacher is even not comfortable to you, you can take it to the next level of counselor or a mentor or any women teacher or whoever, and you can right away you can solve the issues. Okay, so right to be informed. There are two aspects of child victims and witness right to be informed. The first aspect is the more general one, and consists of informing child victims and witnesses about the assistance they are entitled to. So these are all comes under actually this POCSO Act. Okay, so I don't want to discuss much about this POCSO Act, because you all know it, because once it goes to law and order stuff, you have to follow many things. But what I insist you all is, like, once you face a problem, immediately right upon the face you just reacted. Okay, that's the best thing that you can do it, and you can just give your opposition through your ways of an act or through ways of words also. You can do it. Okay, you can resist all those things, right? So right to safety, right to compensation, everything is there under the act. Okay, so I'll just put everything in a nutshell, like important aspects of POCSO. There should be a mandatory reporting of sexual offense, if any, and responsibility for making urgent and necessary arrangement for the care and protection of the child by police personnel. And reports of a child abuse must be presented to Child Welfare Committee, and medical examination of a child should be done with a minimal stress, and in-camera trivial provision should be made. So all these things are some of important aspects that we need to know about this POCSO. Okay, so every girl child, most of the time, every girl child has encountered this child abuse. Okay, so everyone knew it, because even the good touch, bad touch is being taught at the school level, but still we cannot sometimes there's a point where when we allow somebody to touch us, that's the point where we are giving some leisure. I mean, what is that? We give something importance to them. So some kind of authority over us, we should not give it at all. Okay, because we always say that okay, handshaking is okay. That level of touching is, that's okay, fine. But other than which, and nothing, like any bad touch, don't just react to it immediately. Don't ever encourage it, right? So you have some schemes for it. I will just tell out some schemes, and after which we will go on speak with some general things. Okay, that would be really interesting after the schemes. So now coming to the schemes to empower girl children. Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, like it's a central government's scheme that helps the girls throughout the nation. The primary purpose of the scheme is to save the child from social problems such as gender-based abortions and advance child education around the country. So these abortions usually happens. Even in now you can see some videos, right, in other developed countries. Okay, so they usually celebrate the gender reveal. That's a celebration. They're actually celebrating it, the gender reveal process. Okay, even the child is in the womb, like 4 months, 5 months and all, they actually celebrate this as a great day. Now, actually coming to this point, now even in India, the doctors and the hospitals are not allowed to reveal the gender of a baby, right? So that's really a worrying factor. Because still we have that abortion kind of thing, like they take their own medicine to abort the child, and they're really poor in bringing up the child. If there are already 3 girl children, the fourth would maybe a girl again, so they are really worrying about it and all. So once they see, like in the scan, they are like, okay, the main problem is the financial issue, right? So how do I bring up my child? How I'm going to marry her to a boy, like spending money and all. So all these will just suppress within years, and after a few years you can see that once everyone are educated, all are equal. No kind of bargaining, no kind of financial commitments, no kind of, everyone will start looking for girl. Okay, they'll just seek, try looking for girls. Actually, they will even sometimes give you some gifts and get you. Okay, so like the scenario will change definitely, but it's really a very slow process still, and especially in deep south, it's really again a crime happening there, right? So this is essentially an educational program to help change the societal attitudes and does not entail the immediate transfer of funds. So like, this is a one scheme that like to tell. So there are key aims of scheme I have put here, like 1 to 6, preventing selective gender abortion. We should prevent it. So the scheme involves that, and it ensures that infant survival and well-being in the childhood. It ensures the child's education and inclusion, challenging gender stereotypes and supporting gender equality. It gives a safe and stable atmosphere to girls to endorse the right of girls to inherit the property. So this is very, 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 very important. The 6th point, everyone should note down this, all the girl children, right? To endorse the right of girls to inherit the property. So just imagine, previous years and all long back, even the girls are not even, had the right to actually claim their inheritance. It means that they are not, as if like, we are not the children of our parent. It is not so, right? The boy and the girl are equal in the family, right? And we have another scheme called Suganya Samriddhi Yojana, which is an account, a government of India backed saving scheme designed for parents of girl children, actually, right? So once you become a parent, or you insist your parent about it, or you insist your sister or your aunts and all in your family, the scheme allows the parents to set up a trust for their child's eventual schooling and marriage expenses. That's really interesting, and it encourages the parents to systematically save for their daughter's higher education and marriage, so that the perception of a girl child being a burden on her parent is abolished. Okay, so all the parents and guardians of a girl children under the age of 10 can open this account. That's the criteria, and only 1 account per child is allowed, actually. Okay, so and parents can open up to 2 accounts for 2 of their children, and exceptions are there for like twins and triplets and all, right? And these are some of the advantages of Suganya Samriddhi Yojana, savings account especially for parents of girl children, and encourages the parents to save towards the education of the girl child, and it deposits are allowed for a maximum of 15 years from the date of opening of account, and partial withdrawal of up to 50% allowed once the girl reaches the 18 years of age, and the parents of girl children under the age of 10 can open this account. So that's what I've said, right? So account can be opened at your nearest post office or any of the public and private sector banks. So this is common, like this scheme is Suganya Samriddhi Yojana. You can open the account for anyone is having a girl children. And Mukhyamantri Rajashri Yojana this is actually for like only those in Rajasthan, but I would like to just tell you about this. It offers a monetary benefits to parents of girl children starting from their birth till their higher education. So I've just given the importance of it, but still it just belongs to Rajasthan. No, I'm just skipping this slide. And Pragati scheme to provide encouragement and support to girl child to pursue technical education. So there's a Pragati scholarship. It has been launched by MHRD from the year 2014-15, and it is implemented by AICTE, right? So you should look up on it, right? So the key aims are like number of scholarships per annum, you will receive 4,000 rupees, and the candidates will be selected on merit at the qualifying examinations to pursue technical education. The candidate should be admitted in the first year of any AICTE approved college. An amount of scholarship, tuition fee of rupees 30,000 or at actual, whichever is less, and rupees 2,000 per month for 10 months as incidentals. 7.5% for ST and 27% for OBC candidate are also there, and 1 girl per family, and it can be extended for 2 girl child per family where the family income is less than 8 lakh per annum. So that's actually a very good scheme, this Pragati scheme. So mostly, we have an average of 8 lakh, below 8 lakh per annum, right? So everyone can avail it. And this is for all the women. Actually, once you complete your engineering or once you hold your degree, even the women faculty over here in our in this institution, this scheme aims to encourage emerging and eminent women researchers for individual-centric and competitive mode of research funding to undertake R&D activities in the frontier areas of science and engineering. Any science background too, right? Physics, chemistry, any science background. Power grants will empower women researchers by funding them under following 2 categories. There are 2 levels, level 1 and level 2. Level 1, the scale of funding is up to 60 lakhs for 3 years. And level 2, the scale of funding is up to 30 lakhs for 3 years. Okay. So now we usually apply for this. Okay. And this time also I have applied for 1 power research grant under SERB scheme. Okay, and the applicant should be an Indian citizen. That is very important. The applicant must hold a regular academic research position in a recognized academic institution. So whoever is working in any academic institution or even any national laboratory or any other recognized R&D institution in India, and the applicants from IIT, IIC, NIT, Central University, also the other lab institutions will be considered under level 1 category, and there are 2 levels actually. So the private institutions, the private academic institutions like us, like the state universities and all, comes under level 2 category. So this power grant will be regulated through terms of reference conforming to SERB CRG core research grant guidelines, and the power grant is provided for equipment, manpower, consumables, travel and contingency. Overhead is also being provided to implement the institution as per the prevailing norms of SERB. So the selection will be based on recommendation of a PAC. PAC means everywhere we have a PAC. Okay, any institution we have a PAC, which is Program Advisory Committee. They will be like recommending you your project for further reviews and all, like further presentations. So other general schemes are also there. I will just put this link in the chat later so that you can, I will share this PPT, right? You can get from your faculty members. So when you see like, vigyanjyoti.com and all, when you just go and type it, right? These 3 are main important, sites that I've seen, like, very important schemes that are announced by the government. Okay, so I think I've completed with the schemes now, the general schemes that you got it. Now coming to the work stress. Okay, so work stress is all about, like, everyone have a stress now, right? So this topic is very, very important now. So because I'm trying to bring everything in one hour, I've just focused on 3 or 4 topics, or my 2 topics are over actually. And this is my 3rd topic, like work stress, right? Work stress in the sense it's like only for women working? No, it's for everybody, even the children studying. Okay, now comes to work, right? It's a homework, right? You go and study at your home. You always now stay at home, like usually online, and that creates a stress basically, right? So we got a workload. We got always a pressure to complete the task, We got always a time urgency, right? So this stress will lead to, okay, finally it leads to illness. Okay, as you could see in this picture, finally it leads to illness. So it means that why illness? Because we are working for a being of ourselves, right? We are trying to work for the well-being of ourselves. We are trying to earn. We are trying to study. We try to mingle with everybody. We try to build up a good society. We try to build up a good relationships. So all we live in this world just for like 70 to 80 years, or average maybe 100 years. So these many years only you're going to live, you know it, right? We do not know how much life you're going to like live in this world, but still, why do we create stress then? Okay, we are living our own life. We are going to live our life to enjoy, right? So don't create stress at all. Okay, actually I should not speak before you, like, because long back I was also having this stress a lot. Okay, I usually stress for even simple things, even a simple thing. Even if I don't carry my water bottle to my college daily, if I forget one day, I will feel like I'm stressed. Okay, I have not carried my water bottle. What happened to me and all? So even a small thing, I feel like stressed always, right? That will actually bother me. But nowadays, I feel like, okay, whether age goes or like whether, experience speaks or what, I just now don't care about things, which are really, really are not important to me, right? So I can always go for an alternate. Okay, I can always seek for an alternate solution. So there is an alternate at every stage of life. So don't ever give up due to stress. It's all about you. You are very important for yourself. Okay, and this is for everybody I'm talking about. So what are the consequences of stress? Like, physiological stress that you all, everyone will start with BP, right? Blood pressure, headache, sugar, stroke, and everything. It leads to the big problems. And even the psychological problem, this comes often to everybody, because in these 2 years we are actually attending classes online. We are really getting stressed because the teacher, even sometimes, if you sit in the class, you feel like you will express yourself, whether do something, you play some game, you do some mischievous activity in the class. When your teacher turns to the board, you will like start playing. That will create kind of what curiosity, and that kind of a thrill that you enjoy in the class, right? Everyone would have done it. So this sometimes dissatisfaction comes, tension comes, anxiety comes. Anxiety, there are two types of anxiety, I should tell you. One is like, if something is happening, like, you're very, very happy, something you achieved a lot, or something like that, you in extreme happiness, you get anxiety. In other ways, I can say, like, you're very sad and something is not happening to you now, you will feel anxiety, right? So there are two extremes again. And irritability and boredom and procrastination, and keep on delaying things. You say like, today I will do this, this is going to be my to-do list, I'm going to add this one in my to-do list, I will complete this today. And immediately, you will never complete that thing. I do not know whether you have that habit of like taking a notes every morning. That's a very, very good habit. Everyone just sit for 5 to 10 minutes, have a cup of coffee, better see the sunlight, or go out and sit in the garden, or whatever, wherever you feel like comfortable, and have a sip of coffee and just write your to-do list. What I'm going to do today? I can do only 3 things today, other than which I'm not. So you're going to plan your own roles today, right? So because this is all your life, right? So once if you could not complete it, that's not an issue, but still don't always keep on procrastinating things. Okay, don't delay things. Okay, right? So because that will create like kind of like what do you say, like kind of laziness. Okay, that will definitely stop you to achieve your goal fast. So don't do that again. And again, the greatest when roles are unclear in the presence of conflicting demands. Okay, and the behavioral changes in job behaviors and increased smoking or drinking, hope we are not encountered to it, I guess. And different eating habits, rapid speech, fidgeting, sleeping disorders, all we have. So we need to follow a kind of calmness in our life. Everyone would love to do that, right? So we need to manage our stress. So all individuals are supposed to form follow a time frame. You should plan for it. Without a plan, it's not like too much planning. Too much planning will not even work out, right? That will also create a stress. So just plan accordingly, whichever is possible to you, but a basic plan is required for everybody. That I will surely, I will say it. So you should maintain something, only then you can achieve something, right? You will feel some satisfaction in it once you complete it, right? So, give time to yourself, speak to yourself, take a deep breath, observe your breath. I do not know how many of you breathe actually, how many times you breathe in a day. So just observe calmly and, try, take a deep breath and observe your breath. You will get to understand the functionalities that is happening inside your body. So you need to love your body, right? So that's very, very important. And also very, very importantly, this personal hygiene, every parent, okay, every parent used to tell us, but I'm even teaching my son. He is a teenager now, and always wear clean, dry, neat, and tidy clothes, and do not wear tight undergarments. This is very, very important. Do not use clothes, soaps, comb, toothbrush, etc. of others. This is very, very important because I've seen people using the comb of others. Okay, I do not know how many of you do that, but really, no, don't do that. Okay, so don't get the comb of others. Always have your own comb. Have 2 or 3 combs for yourself. Okay, if one has got dirty, just keep it aside. Maybe you don't have time to clean it properly, then you can use the other comb. Have 2 to 3 combs. That's very, very important because that you need to take care of your hair. You need to take care of your skin. That's very, very important, right? So don't ever bother comb, brush, and even towels. Sometimes you don't even share your towel and comb with other. Okay, I know, I believe that toothbrush, you will never share it, right? So, and I also go to toilet regularly. It means that drink adequate water. Okay, so because it should not lead to constipation. So that will also the inner healing or the perfect lifestyle, I can say. And do not forget to wash your hands and feet after visiting a toilet. Take bath with soap and water daily. Take hair wash at least twice in a week. So these are the basic things because we know it, we have learned it. Okay, we know it from our childhood, but whether we practice or not, very strictly you need to practice it. Do not sit close with your friend who has itching of hair. Okay, we usually have seen people next to me have some lice all around the hair and all. Sometimes all these lice and all will be there, like white and black lice and all. And you need to change your pillow covers frequently, your bed sheets frequently. Do not wait till it smells filthy. Okay, so you have to change it. You feel like you will say oh, it's clean, so mama, I don't want to change it now. No, don't do that. Every Saturday or Sunday, just clean your things and start the week very freshly. And do brush your teeth before and after sleep. And use tongue cleaner. So these are basic things. I'm not a doctor, but still personal hygiene is very, very important to everybody. So everyone can speak about it, right? So clean your eyes gently with clean water. Why I'm stressing on this is we are usually, even I have got some, dry eyes actually very frequently because I'm just keep on, you can reduce the brightness of your screen and you keep on washing your eyes. That's very, very important. Never read in dim light. Dim light, don't read anything because you do not want to stress much, give much stress to your eyes. Watch TV at a 2-meter distance, reduces screen time. Expert says adults should limit the screen time outside of work to less than 2 hours per day. So you use mobiles, right? Because now we are all, so don't watch the screen if you're turning off your video, you're not listening to something, then just lie your head down. Okay, don't even always, constantly watch something. Okay, reduce your screen time. Try to avoid it because this is online. I cannot say it, but try to avoid it. Okay, cut your nails once a week. Do not bite your nails. Apply Vaseline. Remain clean and healthy. Look smart. Feel fresh and energetic. Following all these will minimize your sickness, definitely. Okay, so start practicing all these things, and after all these hygiene process. It's very, very important thing. This is a final version. I think I have 10 more minutes, right? So I can take my time. So you have to master your mindset. That's very, very important. Your mindset doesn't simply influence the way you think. It also impacts the way you act, show up in the world, and can build or break your confidence. So this, I would like, this line, actually, I like the most, okay? The red one, no? Your thoughts become words. Your words become behaviors, then the words become, and behaviors become habits, not words again. So it's wrong. Then those behaviors become habits. So it's like your words, whatever starts from your mouth, whatever you say, that will become your behavior. so that you should think before it, like that the thought become words. So whatever you think should be clean, it should not hurt others, it should be healthy. And before you speak, think twice before you speak out. Okay. And if you are able to change your inner narrative and tell yourself that you are sure you can achieve success, you are far more likely to make that success a reality. If you are spending all of your time doubting yourself or questioning your ability, you can't achieve it, right? So always it's important to find ways to stop negative thoughts. Always think positive. Okay, think positive, be happy. That is going to happen. If it is not going to happen, just leave it, don't mind it. Okay, and they tracks and keep a positive mindset even in the face of adversity. Even some things like, if you feel like everything has gone, all your property has gone, you are left all alone in the world, be positive. Think that you are going to flourish one day and you will prove yourself. So that confidence, you should have it all the time. Okay. So understanding relationships. So let's talk something interesting here. So I'll ask you one question. Are you able to make yourself happy? This is first question. So because maybe you cannot interact with me now, whether you can interact or not, you can tell me, can you able to make yourself happy? I mean, according to me, I'll tell you. Okay. Yes, I can make myself happy by, I know the way of making myself happy. If I wear new dress, I will be happy. If I eat something which is really delicious, which I like the most, I'll be happy. If I watch a film, I'll be happy. If I don't do any work, just relaxing, I'll be happy. Okay. So that will make me happy. I think most of you will feel like happy. And if I, whatever I plan it for myself, if I have completed it, then I'll be happy, right? So I can make myself happy. The answer for my question 1 is yes. Question 2, are you able to make others happy? That is a question mark again, because all the time I cannot make others happy, because I will be happy because I'm always selfish, but I cannot take all the efforts to make others happy. But there are people really, they always see to that the environment is really happy. In a group of 10 or 20, you could see one such person. They will always make you feel happy, like they are really taking care of others. Okay, so be a person who make others happy. Okay, we should try it actually, right? So are we making others happy? Are we knowing their happiness, knowing their intention, I should speak to them, I should keep the environment more favorable to them. So all these things you should do. And third thing is, if the other person able to make himself happy, I do not know whether my next person who is actually sitting my side or living with me, can he able to make himself happy? I do not know. But I should actually create an environment that the other person should be able to make himself happy. Okay. And if the other person able to make you happy, that is also lies in you. So all these 4 questions actually lies in you. So the key is with you. Right? The key is with you. The first question you can satisfy, but 2, 3, and 4, it is also with you only. Okay, you can make them happy even if they show irritations to you, if they show anger to you, if they yell at you, don't bother. Okay, just receive everything with calmness and just reflect them happiness. That's really hard to say, I know, but still try to practice. Okay, win the relationship and lose the argument. Don't argue with them, and don't lose the relationship by winning the argument. So don't keep on arguing with them, because you know better that they're going to stick on to their own words. So they're not going to agree with you, right? Right. So this is the final thing I would like to tell to you. Like there is a story also next to this. So I will just give you one picture here. Just if it is a dog, then okay, write a dog in a paper. And what do you think about a dog? Just write it at the right hand side of this. So hope you have have come across this particular personality test. I do not know. Maybe you have, in our college they would have arranged it, but still I would like to tell this. If somebody is not known to this, you could not, have not done this personality test, you can try this. Okay. So dog. It's interesting. I'll give you some time. Maybe anyone can try it. So what do you think about a dog? If somebody is actually can play with me this test, maybe you can unmute yourself and tell me what you think about the dog. Yes? Anybody ready? Jayashree ma'am, are you ready? Am I audible? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Actually, just I'm asking this question. So are you ready to play with me, sir?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, sir. Then, yeah, your principal sir is representing your college, maybe. So, like, dog. What do you think about a dog, sir? When you see a dog, what do you think? Like, a kind of character. It's all about personality test. So I'm just giving you a clue.
Mother and children. Ma'am, mother and baby is sharing the love.
Sharing love. Okay, it's all about. It's not about the picture. It's just about a dog.
The character of the dog.
Oh yeah, you can take in that way. What is the character of the dog? Like something like.
நன்றி உள்ளது.
Yes, that's okay. So nandri உள்ளது, நாய் நன்றி உள்ளது. Fine, that's one thing, right? So now, the next picture. Okay, let's check our personality of your principal. Okay, a cat, sir. Sir, this is just for fun. Okay, that's why I
Yes,
put.
yes, of course.
Ah.
Actually, yeah.
Since you're my friend, I feel like okay, you will accept whatever I say.
Yes, of course. It's
Okay,
not a
sir.
problem.
Yeah.
The next thing is cat.
Yes, sir.
So, Subhashini, you can come. Subhashini, Muthukumari.
Sir.
Yeah. See the picture and you can give a response because this is a girl day. Girl
Cat,
child day.
if you say cat is very self-occupied.
Self-occupied.
Yeah, it loves itself. It wants everyone to love it. It.
Yeah, very good, ma'am. Good. So yes, then I will just move on with the next picture. I will never see that picture. Yes. Can you see?
Subhaparvati, Muthukumari, Vishali.
There's something interesting you can say, right? It's just a word about that animal. A rat. If you're not willing, shall I tell something which I'm like getting in my mind?
Our students will respond surely. They are always positive in mind. Vishali,
Ma'am, not
Subhaparvati,
able to see the picture.
Not able to see the picture?
Yes, ma'am.
Still?
It is visible. It is a rat, actually.
It is a rat. It is a rat.
Yeah, Divya.
Even
I'm
if a
responding.
rat comes to your house, what will you feel about the rat?
Fear.
It's not about the nature. If some one rat comes to your house, okay, in the kitchen.
Fear.
Ma'am, shall I tell?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I first of all afraid, ma'am.
Very good. Very good. Then
Kill it.
kill it. Okay. Okay. That's really interesting answers. Very good. So it's like dirty, na? Kind of a dirty feeling. Ugly. No?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So I'll just post one more picture. Oh, I love this. Yes. Can you see this? A coffee.
Ma'am, relaxation.
Very good. Relaxation, yes. If you want to relax yourself, you break that and go for a coffee. Yes, then. One more quality is there in a coffee, right? We always love to have a coffee because
Coffee with friends.
coffee with friends. Yes, coffee with friends. Okay. So it likes kind of an aroma that we get. Yes. We love it, right? That smell. Fine. So that's great. The final picture. Okay. What is this? A blue deep sea. What do you feel like?
Mysterious.
Okay. You should all note down your answers, okay? The questions for all your answers are there in the next slide. Right? So fine. This I see the view is great. I feel like calmness and all, no? When I see this blue sea. Okay, right. So now we'll just test your all your personalities. Maybe all of you would have got some answers for all these pictures. So now, dog represents your personality. Cat, this is just a personality test, okay? Whether it works, 90% it works, everyone says. Cat represents the partner's personality, and partner may be a friend or whoever. Like rat represents the enemy's personality, and coffee, like the relationships, and sea is the life. Okay, we see life like how we see sea. Okay, so these are all the things. This is just for fun, guys. Okay, we have many more games actually. No, we can go with. So I would like to conclude. Before concluding my speech, I would like to give a very short story. It's already 3 o'clock. Just I don't want to take much of your time. Just 5 more minutes. So empathy makes the difference. Okay, this is all about a pair of old shoes. Okay, so it's just a conversation between a student and the professor. A student asks a professor, okay, sir, let us play. Actually, a student and a professor walking in a garden, maybe in the college garden, and a gardener was actually doing his work. Okay, an old man, he's a gardener, he's doing his work, and this student actually, discussing something with the professor. He says to the professor, sir, let us play the man a trick. Okay, he will play something with this man. We will hide his shoes because he has removed his shoes outside and he has kept, and because he is working all around in the field, and we will hide his shoes and conceal ourselves behind those bushes and wait to see his perplexity, how he get confused and all when he cannot find the shoes. So he is very much interested in it. Many students are still do all this mischievous activity, and they feel sometimes happy when others when they got into confusions. So this professor said, okay, so you want to play a game with him by just hiding his shoes, right? So we should never amuse ourselves at the expense of the poor, because he is very, very poor. Okay, you cannot play at a poor, right? But you can put a coin in a shoe. Instead of just hiding the shoe, you can just put a coin or a rupee in his shoe, and you just hide it and just see, how he reacts. Okay, this is a way the professor is actually advising the student. Okay, now the old man. So let's come to this part, a old man feeling. Okay, his feelings overcame him. He fell upon his knees. What happened when he saw the rupees and the coins inside the shoes when he was about to wear his shoes? And he fell upon his knees and he said, okay, looked up to the heaven. He said, he uttered aloud with a fervent thanksgiving. He said, in which he spoke of his wife sick and helpless and his children without bread. He was telling, oh my God, I'm having a poor wife at home, and I'm having a children, even they do not have a bread for this day. And he's actually thanking God. Okay, so he's thanking God for giving that money on that day. Okay, so by just watching that, the student who is actually, he was hiding himself and watching all these things. Now, the professor asked the student, are you not much better pleased than if you had played your intended trick? Okay, it means that the student was actually about to play something which is actually will create a mischievous activity or a confusion for that particular gardener. And now, the professor is asking the student, are you happy now? So now the student says, you have taught me a lesson which I will never forget. I feel now the truth of those words which I never understood before. So it is more blessed to give than to receive. So all of you, my dear children, always have this in your mind. Always it is blessed to give than to receive. Don't keep on receiving things, just give away things. Okay, and that is always gives you a great blessings. So there is actually a link. I will forward it to you if possible at the end. Okay, we can watch this video. And I thank everyone, the teachers, the principal, the management, all my dear students, for patiently listening me to this particular presentation in observing this National Girl Child Day. Okay, thank you so much, and that's all. If possible, maybe one of you can play this video, and otherwise we can stop here. Can I play this or what?
Yeah, you can play, ma'am.
Okay, but you should able to hear it. I will just check it out. I'm sorry. I think it's like. Can I hear the sound?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I think I can stop sharing this.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Now, Mrs. Priscilla delivered the vote of thanks.
Once again, have you completed? Still you want to share something?
Myself, sir, no.
Okay.
Actually, 40 minutes even, I never take class beyond 40 minutes, okay? I even get bored sometimes. So let's stop this.
Fine.
And I'm proud to be a woman. I'm proud to be a woman.
Super. Good. So we have chosen a right person here to deliver a good thing regarding the girl child. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, Priscilla, ma'am, you shall continue.
Okay. Good evening, one and all. I'm very happy to say vote of thanks in Girls' Child Day. First of all, I thank Almighty God for the successful completion of this webinar. So I thank our management for giving this wonderful opportunity and all support given to us. Next, I thank our resource person, Dr.R.Vedhapriyavadhana ma'am. Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Actually, you are spending your valuable time and give very most useful information, not only for girl child, it also for us, ma'am. Very thank you, ma'am. Next, I thank our principal, Dr. S. Sundararajan sir, to encourage and also support to conduct this type of events. I thank our Women Empowerment Cell Coordinator, Mrs. Jeyasrilakshmi ma'am, for successful completion of webinar. Last but not least, I thank all the participants in this webinar. Thank you, one and all. Dear participants, now I will post the feedback link in the chat box. So kindly fill the feedback form to get the e-certificate. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah.
Dear girl students, it is a very fine day for you, and hope that you have learned a lot from our Professor Vedhapriya ma'am. Be bold and bright in future. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
All the students kindly fill up the feedback form, which gives you the certificate. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.